Basically, I'm gonna make like a little spoon shape. I'm gonna flatten it out. Flatten out, trying to make like a little cup. It's gonna fit over the round shape of the metal. Like how you copy it. It's too much. I want it close to the metal, but I don't want it quite touching. Now I'm going to heat it up. Before it's welded together, it's going to be stuck together. Basically, this is a flux. You can use on anything really. Whenever you heat the metal up, you pour a little powder on it, and it keeps the air from touching the metal. So as soon as the air touches the metal, it turns it black and it starts to oxidize, and you can't forge weld it when it's like that. So people coat it with different things. People do salt, clay, charcoal dust. I'm using borax, which is pretty cheap. You can just get it anywhere really. But I even used a dirt devil's nest one time. Put dirt on it. Somebody said you can use a dirt devil's nest, and I used it and it worked out pretty good. But basically you just coat it and it keeps the air from hitting it. I'll have to bend this so I can get it in that fire. Put a little bend in it. So I can get it hot enough. That's not quite cold. It needs to be a bright red, almost orange, and it's not quite there. Probably just right, or it won't work. The only way to tell is by looking at the color of the metal. There's no other way. That's bad. And I just gonna pour it all over it. It's gonna kind of look like plastic. Here comes the most difficult part of it. Wait until when it's just hot enough. If it's too hot, it don't work. If it's not hot enough, it doesn't work. You just gotta wait till it's almost like it's kind of like Play-Doh, I guess. And the only way to tell is just to do it. There's no other way. And it's just go slow, so slow with the heat. You don't want to get too much air in it because it won't work. Not enough air and it won't get hot enough. When I take it out of the fire, I'm going to hit it with my anvil. It's going to knock all that borax off of it. And it's going to hammer it together so we weld it. It's pretty much welded. I'm going to do it again just to make sure, but it's already there. I'm going to heat it back up already. It's heat up to our orange, bright orange. Pour the borax and stick it back in the fire. Heat it back up. You can't put too much of the stuff, but you can't put not enough. So it's best just to overdo it. Wash my stuff right here. Oh, there it is. And now it's welded. I'm going to turn this to a fire poker. I'm going to cut it probably about right here and bend everything out into a fire poker. We'll heat it back up, but that's the weld itself. A little bit of fine tuning. I can still see the line. As it gets redder and duller, you can kind of see it a little bit better. When it's bright orange, it's hard to see what it is and what it's doing. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut that and make it into a poker so you can see. Heard that thing backfired when I lit it. It's a backdraft that goes in that pipe. That's how they invented the jet engine, because everybody in the forges would do that. They didn't know why. So they started experimenting and looking at it, and they saw that the shape of the pipe. So they made a pulse jet engine in the early 1800s, or late 1800s, which was a jet engine. They didn't have no moving parts. It was just shaped like a tube, and they found it from all that, from the way that everything was shaped. So jet engines were invented in the last year. Now you know. No helping hand. Help me hold stuff. Barely came up. Now I'm just I gotta reheat it. Well, basically shape this into a fire poker itself. Draw it out into a point. Move it up and down if I want. Basically, I'm just making to like a little point. Put a little fancy curve into it. Make this into a point too. Just whenever you bend this, you gotta be careful. When you heat it up, you might break your weld. Once it cools, it's a strong weld. It's stronger than any kind of weld, any kind of modern weld. When you heat it up, it just makes it weak for whatever reason. But once it's cool, it's almost impossible to break it. I'm going to heat it up and bend it however I think it looks good. I don't like it like it is though. I don't know. It's all kind of like works. Whatever you feel like doing, whatever you think looks right. There's no right way or wrong way. It's just how y'all want. I'm just making sure it's straight. I kind of like how it is. Alright, it's not too bad. I'm gonna cool it. With the weld, you want to go real slow with it. You don't want to go too fast. You could break it. Because as it cools, it shrinks and moves and bows. It's on water. Alright, now we have a handle from my fire poker. And basically, I'm just going to hammer this kind of thin. You can do a lot faster on the horn because the shape it is. And just square it up on the face. Basically, I'm just thinning this out. Because the rod is round, I'm gonna make it round. I gotta handle every little corner. Kind of round it off. It's getting too heavy for that. You can make any kind of handle you want, but I'm doing something like that. Do something a little different than how you normally do. Heat it back up and fold this over. Oh my goodness.
I think I'm allergic to forge smoke.
Ain't good for you, you got sulfur in it. This is it, a fire poker. Got a little handle on it. You can put a little paint on it or whatever you want. But the main reason I did this is because I gotta move the charcoal in my forge. I can't hardly find blacksmith coal anymore. It's getting expensive when you do find it. Carbon taxes and everything is making it about $1 a pound for me. It's getting too expensive. And when I first started blacksmithing, I used charcoal anyway. Charcoal is what mankind used just beginning of time up into the 1800s. It works just as good as you need more charcoal than you do blacksmith coal. And it burns the same, it burns just as hot. The only difference is that charcoal is very light and coal is very heavy. It's like lead versus aluminum. So you need more of it because it doesn't weigh as much. But I already got me a bucket full of it. I've been making it. And I've been using it. But my forge is too small for charcoal. I gotta make it bigger and deeper. And that'll probably be the next thing you'll see. I'm gonna rebuild my forge. I'm gonna show you all how to do it. And it's gonna be bigger and deeper, and it's gonna be something different, I guess. I just wanted to show you how to do some welding because it's gonna be kind of difficult how to weld with charcoal. I never welded with charcoal before, so I'm gonna have to learn all over again. So this will be the last thing I do with my forge before I tear it apart. That's it.